Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Keto Mom page. My name is Stephanie, and we are diving into day 5 of Rain or Shine. But as you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? And let's do something fun. What are you thankful for? I'd love to know one thing that you're thankful for, because if you start your day with gratitude and thankfulness, you can't help but smile, and you're going to have a great day. So, as you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from, and one thing that you're thankful for, post below. So we are diving into, a couple things. For those of you who tuned in yesterday, or how are you liking the book? And then also, if you took a guess on our Costco shopping adventure, I have to go through all the numbers, throw in the names, draw some names. I'll let you know the winners later today. So that will be fun, but I will do a Q&A of just kind of basic keto questions and the names being drawn, so that'll be later this afternoon. So stay tuned. If you have not guessed from yesterday's Costco, go take a guess. A lot of people were like, I don't understand, because I had mentioned on my stories that I got paid to go shopping. And if you have a Costco membership, which by the way, who loves Costco? I love Costco. And if you have a certain membership, they pay you at the end of the year, like a certain percentage. And so we've moved around so many times that the Costco lady was like, hey, you should go up to customer service because apparently we haven't gotten your last couple checks to you. And I was like, okay. And they handed me $300. So I was like, thanks. I shopped today. I spent a lot of money. They gave me $300 back. Win-win. So that's how I got money to shop at Costco. It was just the accumulation of checks that they have not been able to send to me. Anyways, how is your day going? So fun. So here if you're brand new to the page, post new below. My goal is to not only teach you about keto and low carb and keto tips and recipes. My goal is to help you understand the power of your mindset. And if this is right, you are going to make better choices all along your journey, right? So my goal is to get you to love to read. I feel like reading is super, super powerful. It's incredible for your mindset. And once you feel good about yourself and feel good about where you're going, you're going to find yourself less likely to quit. Right? So some of you are brand new here and you might be going, I just want some recipes. Awesome. Continue to tune into the page. Scroll back to 2015 when we started, and there's so many recipes. You'll be just fine. Also, every day I'm going to be doing a live, walking you through mindset and reading and what I love most. Because I have found that so many people start and stop and start and stop. They start and stop this diet over and over and over again because they don't have a big enough why. Their mindset is terrible. They don't believe they can truly do it. Their goal is to get skinny, but they don't even know why or how. They want the end result without creating the healthy habits. So my husband says this often. He got it from the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, which is an incredible book. So Atomic Habits, James Clear, he says, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And part of a system that we do in our family is read, because reading gets your mindset right every single day, which will help you rise to the level of your goals, right? You can't have a goal up here and have no systems to get there. It doesn't work. And so we're going to go through chapters 13, 14, and 15. If you have the book, how are you liking the book? If you don't have the book, tune in. So where are you tuning in from, and what are you thankful for today? So chapter 13, he talks about rain or shine. For those of you who said, hey, doesn't he have another book? Yes. His first book, I think it was his first book, was called Rhinoceros Success. He talks about, are you going to be a rhino or are you going to be a cow? Rhinos have thick skin. Rhinos go after what they want. Rhinos charge. They're not swayed by other people's opinions. They go, go, go. Cows wallow in each other's poo. Cows sit in the pasture. Cows don't look beyond their fence. Cows just sit. They're just average. They sit, they're fine. They don't want to work. They don't want to strive for more. Are you a rhino or are you a cow? I'm a rhino and I don't want to be a cow. What are you? So that first book was Rhinoceros Success. This is his second one called Rain or Shine. So He said, if you go after your goals with a rain or shine mentality, there's no plan B. So if you are here to get healthier, stronger, be able to play with your kids, get off the excess, want some fat loss, whatever it is, there's no plan B. There's only rhino mentality. There's only, I'm going to do it. It's not, I'm going to try, I'm going to do. Oftentimes, we've learned this in our business. We would say, I'm going to try. And our CEO, 6 years ago, he's incredible and he's mentored us through so many things. And he would say, there's no trying, there's only doing. There's no trying here. Like, you should have the mindset, there's no plan B, I will do it. It doesn't mean that you won't slip up. It doesn't mean that you won't have a bad day, right? The only way you fail is if you quit. But if you have the mindset of, I'm going to accomplish it, there's no try, there's only do. There's no plan B. And that's what he said. He said, a fantastic way to approach your goals is to know there's no plan B. You do it rain or shine, no matter what. So that was chapter 13. He said, if you wait for the perfect time to launch a business, to go after your health, there's no perfect timing. Conditions are never going to be perfect for anything that you want in life unless there's nothing that you want. Then that's perfect timing. And I'll tell you this, when we first started this journey, a keto journey, my husband had been doing it for 2 years prior to me even joining him. And when I started, there was no perfection. There was no, I've got to wait for the first of the month or the first of the week or for my entire refrigerator to be cleaned out. I said, there's no way I can do that. No way. So I said, I'm going to take one meal at a time, one day at a time, try one new recipe, work on my water intake, eat less sugar. And I just took it one step at a time. And over the course of a year, I felt like it took us a year to truly understand and implement this lifestyle into our family. There was no perfection. There was no, I've got to have the perfect timing, the perfect setting, no vacation. No. I said, you know what? I can do this. I can choose a better breakfast. When I felt like breakfast is under control, I went after lunch. After that, I went after dinners. I learned how to eat better snacks. I implemented more water. And then a year later, after I felt like my food was under control, then I started working out. After I felt like I could truly understand, was I hungry? Was I not? Was I bored? Was I emotional? What was the best food to feed myself and my family? So it was not perfection. It was timing of consistency. And we've gotten to where we are today over 6 years because that's what we did. Is it wasn't perfect. There was no perfection. It was consistent action over time. All right. So chapter 14, really he talks about rhinoceros success. So I already talked about that. He talks about being a rhino or being a cow. He says, you can travel the world and see incredible sights, and then you can get home and find some magic in your own backyard. He just talks about owning your life. How are you thinking? Are you a rhino or are you a cow? And then chapter 15 talks about success is difficult. He said, most people are not going to tell you how hard this is. I will tell you, eating healthy can be hard. It's not easy, but it's simple if you just take the concept of one day at a time, one meal at a time, a good, better, best approach, which I'm going to talk about later today. But not letting people point at you and go, you're not worthy of this. Why are you eating healthy? Or maybe I should say yourself. Like, do you keep telling yourself, I can't do this. You know what? You're right. I'm not worthy. I'm already far past. I've already reached the limit of I can't go back and lose the 50 pounds. Yes, you can. You can. But if you don't believe that you can do it, you'll never get there. So if you believe that you can, you will. If you don't believe you're going to be able to accomplish it, you'll accomplish that too, right? If you believe that you can, you will. Here's the kicker. It might not be in the time frame that you want. If you don't believe that you can achieve it, then you're right as well. It's all there. So he talks about if success was easy and all you had to do is some mental mind tricks, everybody would be successful, right? If this was easy, then everybody would go after it, right? And so I'm going to address this real quick because I actually get this a lot. Somebody said, did I ever have a weight problem? I have 4 daughters. I've had 4 pregnancies. I gained a lot of weight during the pregnancies, and I've lost all of that. When we started this lifestyle, I had about 10 to 15 pounds left that I wanted to lose. So I have never been overweight outside of pregnancy, but I've gained it and had to lose it. And it didn't come off. I wasn't one of those people that it came off right after I had a baby. So, and I want you to know something. Just because somebody doesn't have to lose 50 pounds, I think people misunderstand a lifestyle. A lifestyle is more than just fat loss. A lifestyle is learning how to eat better, make better choices, able to coach their families. It's mindset, it's moving your body, it's how you're feeling, it's how you're talking about yourself. There's so much more than just losing the 50 pounds. And so oftentimes people go, oh, well, you can't relate to me because you don't have 100 pounds to lose. I'm pretty sure I could teach you something because we've done it for 6 years. So it has more to do than just the food on your fork that you put in your mouth. It is your mindset and believing that you can do it. So, yes and no. I've never struggled with food, looking at it as a comfort, but also knowing I know what people need to do to get to where they want to go. You just have to decide if you want to do it or not. So, success is difficult. And it's like he said, it's not easy. He said, mediocrity is easy. You don't have to do anything. You can sit down, watch TV, hang around. There's no goals you want to go after. If you want to accomplish something worthwhile, there is no getting around that you're going to have to get out in the jungle of life and expose yourself to failures, disappointments, and frustrations. Right? Sometimes that's hard to hear. Because we want perfect. We want it to work quickly. We want the pounds to come off in 2 weeks. I get it. Remember, you didn't get to where you are today overnight. In 2 weeks, in 3 weeks, you're not going to get to where you want to go overnight or in 2 weeks or in 3 weeks. But Stephanie, I did this years ago and it came off a lot faster. All right. Your body has also had a couple of years of not that and also having to figure out how to work with maybe some excess weight and mindset and not moving your body. So you've got to, you know how, okay, have you guys ever heard this? Once you get a merry-go-round going, you don't ever want it to stop. Like, you know those old school merry-go-rounds on the playgrounds that are now unsafe for kids to play on? You guys know what I'm talking about? Those like metal, super fun. My kids loved it, but some kid might fly off. Right? But when you initially start that, the playground ones, do you guys know what I'm talking about? When you initially grab it, my kids are always like, push me. And I'm like, oh, it takes so much work to get it going. That's how this lifestyle is. That's how anything is with whether it's a business or relationships. Like you've got to put a lot of time, effort, and energy into getting that merry-go-round to go around. But what happens if you don't let it stop, right? It keeps going, and all I have to do is I have to do everything in my might to push it, to get it to go, and then I grab it and I pull my kids around. But what happens? As soon as I stop, and if I keep slowly pushing it, it keeps going. It's the same thing with your lifestyle. If you were a start and a stop and a start and a stop, I'm going on vacation this summer, so I'm going to do the diet up till then, and then I stop for a week. Like, does that make sense? Then you're going to have to go, okay, I've got to start over. I've got to grab it and then keep going, right? And I've got to grab it and then I stop and then I've got to keep going. Whereas if you take the approach of a lifestyle of like, I'm going to do this. I feel better. If I fall, I'm going to get back up. It's okay, but keep pushing it slowly. Little things at a time. 1% every single day. 1% every single day, right? Choose a better breakfast. Choose a better lunch. Buns off the burgers. Croutons off the salad. I'm going to drink more water. Mentally, I'm going to make better choices every day to get to where I want to go. Think of yourself on a merry-go-round. I'm going to start it and I'm not going to let it stop. I'm going to make it so it's going and I can keep slowly pushing it around and around. And if you give yourself a year, which is where he talks about, only motivated people, oh, that's funny. That's how he ended that chapter. Only motivated people read motivated books. If you are not willing to do the hard work, doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but over time, you will get to where you want to go. So, I hope you're loving the book. If you're reading it with us, what is your favorite part so far? How are you liking it? If you're not, thank you for tuning in. And then I also had my friend Kelly gave me this book. So we're not going to go through this book in the book club, but it's make your bed. I talked about this in a video the other day, and I just read this one little saying this morning, and I wanted to read it to you. It's a Navy SEAL, and he talks about the one thing you should do every single morning is make your bed, because you've accomplished something, and it's going to help you in your entire day. And it's an incredible book with lots of little tips. But he said, if you can't do the little things right now in life, and the little things right now is this: drinking more water, right? Saying no to the dessert. A little thing might be getting up on your first alarm clock. A little thing might be you having to go make your bed. A little thing might be jotting down your grocery list before you go to the grocery store. He said, if you can't do the little things right now, you will never do the big things right. I think oftentimes people misunderstand the power of the little momentum, little movements that you can create those habits. Remember I said you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems, right? And your systems are the little things you do every single day to get to where you want to go. You don't hit the snooze. You get up and drink a glass of water. You move your body even for 10 minutes. You go and you pack your lunch before you go to the office instead of going through the drive-thru. You put less sugar in your coffee today. You bring a water bottle with you and you drink more water. You read a book, and you want to know how you get these little things accomplished? You set alarm clocks in your phone. I do it every day. I've got an alarm clock that tells me when to get up. I have an alarm clock that tells me when to do a live. I have an alarm clock that helps me remember at the end of the day to fill out this app that I use for accountability. I have an alarm clock that's set for water. My phone is dinging all the time with drink more water, go work out, make sure you fill out your app. Even hey, you should go and encourage your husband. Use your phone until it creates a lifestyle of you just naturally do it to create those habits. Whatever you have to do to remind yourself, do it, because eventually it will be an automatic habit. Remember, stacking those habits to get you to where you want to go. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you have an incredible day. For those who are asking, the book is Rain or Shine. It's by Scott Alexander. Next month, we're going to go through, and I don't have the book. I have to go find it because my daughter, I think, still has it. Then next month in June, we're going to be going through Miracle Morning. After that, I'll let you know July. So if you want to look for it, Miracle Morning, I'll post it in my stories today. I'll go find it. You can order it, or I'll see if I can get a good deal on a whole bunch of them. I'll let you know. Stay tuned. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.